Hey, it's Dr. Charles, aka CoachMD. In my over 30 years of medical practice, I've made it my goal to help you create a great life by achieving a strong mind, a healthy body, and an unshakable spirit. What I want to talk to you today about is something I'm passionate about, and I think I am in this category right now. It's the title of this article that I wanted to react to is why good things happen when adults pretend that they're athletes. Okay, so if you go on to my Strong Body library on this page on my YouTube site, you'll see some of the exercises, the fitness that I do, which is mainly CrossFit. And CrossFit, we're all athletes, okay? Whether me, I'm 60 plus, but I do consider myself a CrossFit athlete. And this article here is saying, well, that's good for me. And I think it is, actually, to visualize, to internalize myself as an athlete at my age. I think it does internally what the mindset helps internally with my body, my cells and my body. And let's see what this article has to say. It's customary to laugh at gung-ho weekend warriors, but they might be onto something. Okay. Now, I wouldn't consider myself a weekend warrior because I do try to get my fitness in 3 to 4 days a week, which is not, I know for a lot of people that seems impossible, but once you start getting into it and you start feeling the results and seeing the results, you kind of get hooked into it, and it's a good hooked into. While talking to a friend the other day, I started a sentence with the words, as an endurance athlete, then promptly winced, caught myself and started over. I was trying to make a point on why I had a lower resting heart rate than the average adult, which I do have, but my explanation sounded bombastic. After all, I'm not an endurance athlete. I'm just a writer who makes lots of time to run, right? There's a reason we chuckle at athletes who take their triathlons, CrossFit competitions. If you look in my library, you'll see that's something that I do, and intramural sports way too seriously. The time to be an athlete has passed, right? You're too old for that stuff. That was high school and maybe college if you were really talented in a specific sport, but those glory days are over, right? Well, according to exercise physiologists and sports psychologists, maybe not. As reported by the Washington Post, these experts have linked a broader, more inclusive definition of the term athlete, which increased exercise motivation, exercise frequency, and subjective well-being. Your day job might not be with the Los Angeles Lakers or Team USA, but that shouldn't preclude you from self-identifying as an athlete. In fact, once you do, that identity is likely to become a self-fulfilling prophecy. And I see that with me. I'm competing with myself, sometimes with other gym mates, but usually myself and my age group. So in CrossFit, for instance, they make it very granular, the age groups and the different workouts for the different competitions. And in my age group, I'm in the 60 to 64 age group. I'm competing against men, 60 to 64, internationally. And whereas there may be only, let's say, 500 to 600 in my particular category, I'm ranking in the top 10 to 15% of that. And to me, that makes me a CrossFit athlete. But even if I was 500 out of 500, I'm still going for it. I'm still have that mindset, which I know is very positive. And I talk about a strong body and a strong mind, right? A strong mind and healthy body. The two are interchangeable. They feed off on each other. Athletes, after all, hold themselves to high weekly standards in the realms of sleep quality, productivity, biometric data, and goal setting. I started wearing a Fitbit, and I was always afraid to do that because I didn't want to micromanage my health, but it has been effective, and it has helped me and motivated me. Studies have confirmed that self-identifying athletes will follow training regimens consistent with their perceptions of themselves and the tasks at hand. Let me see where I am here. Okay. These ads just keep flashing, right? Which can often inject some much-needed organization into a workout scheme. Instead of class passing your way through a month or trying one training app after another, which can feel schizophrenic and self-defeating for many trainees, an adult athlete might simply hone in on the activities that help them perfect a single pursuit. What does that look like specifically? It comes in countless forms, which is sort of the point. There are highly committed athletes out there who are interested in technical, often dangerous activities like climbing, ultra running, water sports, and the like. Man versus nature fair, right? That's not for me, but for some people it is. But you can also become an athlete by joining a running club or gunning for certain figures on a connected fitness bike like a Peloton, which is very effective, actually. I've done it. I think it's highly motivating. It all counts. And it's about consistency. And sometimes you need motivation. It's hard sometimes just to do it on your own. So the motivation I look for is in a CrossFit class, but you might get that on a Peloton bike or being part of a club. It's important, honestly, to get that camaraderie. The key is to stay committed and competitive, right? It's competitive within yourself. You're not trying to outdo anybody. It's really for yourself and your own progress. That might sound at odds with today's advice on exercise. Get out for a walk. 15 minutes will work wonders. But there's an elemental difference between being an exerciser and an athlete. I agree with that. The latter is way more common than we give it credit for and deserves more recognition, but it also has a barrier to entry. The good news? The barrier has way less to do with talent or dollars and far more to do with passion and discipline. I agree with that. So long as you're willing to devote at least some portion of every day to your concentration, you're in the club. Your friends may not appreciate the fact in the conversation. I know a lot of people I know kind of are tired of hearing me talk about CrossFit. I agree. It does, because you do get excited about it. And I know some people would rather not talk about it, but that's a battle for another day, really. So look at that. Think about this. Let me know how you feel. And until next time, I'm urging you to stay strong in mind, in body, and in soul. And remember, the mind-body connection is a big one. So a healthy body will create a strong mind, and that will do wonders for your soul and your spirit. So take that to heart. Until next time, I'm Dr. Charles, a.k.a. CoachMD. Bye for now.
Dr. Charles, CoachMD. Thanks for stopping by. Make sure to like and comment below. I'd love to hear from you. If you think you have a friend who might benefit from this video, share it with them. For access to exclusive content, support my Patreon. There you'll get private access to videos, meditations, health tips, even relationship and financial tips. You'll have a say in what I produce and be able to participate in a monthly call with me. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. See you soon.